What's up, guys? It's your boy Live Up is back at you again with another banger. All right, for today's video, you guys know the deal. On Sundays, I'll put up my weekly forecast, everything that I'm looking forward to, right? So I'm not gonna waste your time. Please like, share, and hit that subscribe button. All right, thank you. All right, so for the first pair that we're gonna go ahead and get into, we're gonna get into New Zealand dollar, all right, New Zealand USD, right? On the overall trend so far, I think the market is still bearish, right? Recently, we started, possibly creating a formation for a reversal pattern, right? But I'll get into that in a little bit, right? But so far this week, looking at the market, we've still been trending to the downside, right? So far, I think, if you're going to be sticking to sells, I mean, that could be good, but at the same time, right where the market is at right now, we're going to definitely need more confirmation than just saying to ourselves, okay, we get a sell set up, let's sell, because we possibly could see a reversal taking place, right? Because if I go on the weekly chart, right? If I go on the weekly chart, right? You guys can see I have this zone lined out, right? So what I'm expecting is to see if price is going to eventually get back into like price 0.59, just hypothetically speaking, right? So that's what I'm thinking, if price can get back there, because if y'all look at the weekly, you can definitely see how very clean of a trend NZD has right now, right? So you see we got the breakout, the retest, the break, the retest. So now we're at this level where we got broken around this area that we created the lower low at around May, right? When the market pulled back. What I'm thinking is, if the market is actually creating that reversal pattern that I'm going to show you now, if the market is really creating a potential reversal pattern, like a head and shoulders reversal pattern, if it's possible doing something like that, then the idea of the market retesting this level at 0.62900 area, 0.6300 area, if the market can definitely get back to there, then I'll assume this now keep being very, 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 very bearish when it comes down to my bias, right? But definitely, if that happens, the DXY has to go down. You know what I mean? The DXY has to be going down if that should happen. But for right now, if the DXY stays, bullish, then I'm gonna assume that NZD, they're gonna keep on dropping, right? We could possibly see a close underneath 0.61500 area right here to push back to the downside, right? Because even though we had this break here, we had a nice pattern creating right around here. Let's do here, right? So we had a nice pattern, right? So we had the first touch that came here, the second touch that came here. So the third touch, I'm looking at it, wondering what it's going to do next, but I think if the market closed below 0.61500, then we could possibly see the market going back down into 0.60980 area, right? Honestly, this was the trade I took earlier this past week. This is the only trade I took, which is NZDUSD. I sold right around here. If you're in my Discord group, you'll see when I, showed everybody the trades that I'm in and stuff like that. I got in right around here. I think on the close of this, the put in the mark, I had a one lot here, and then I had an entry here, and I held it, right? It held it to the downside. So that's the only trade I took last week, because that's the only thing. So now this week, we can either see two things, right? If I'm going to be bullish this week, right, I would love to see the market break above 0.61700 area here. If it breaks above, then I could look for a bullish move into this area for a potential 39 pips, but you guys do know me already. Like 39 pips, still not a swing trade, so maybe I don't go for it. But I'm looking at this as a potential reversal pattern. I think price could still get back into 0.6090980. So honestly, I'm still bearish, right? But whatever the US dollar does this week, if the US dollar continues to, the DXY continues to push to the upside, then I have to assume that these markets are going to go down, right? Let's move over to GU. On GU, it's kind of the similar setup on GU, right? Because we had the market pushing to the downside very hard on the 4-hour, right? We have the market pushing very, very, very hard. And it's the first time we, encountered a level that's making the market push. But what I'm thinking is, looking at the 4-hour, we had our market creating our zone here, our trend, market breakout of a trend. We could possibly see a retest coming around 1.18991 area around there. Well, 1.19 thousand area right here. Then we could possibly sell this market back down into this area. Or if you're going to be looking for what a new low, you're going to sell from here to here, right? So it all comes down to what the market wants to give us, right? These pairs are very straightforward this week, right? And as I said, if the DXY decides to, melt, right? Because on the 4-hour, if you look, well, 4-hour, should I use the daily? All right, the 12-hour shows it best. We had a very strong pin bar with an engulfing candle for confirmation, right? So for right now, I know the market is trending up, but I don't want to be the one that's expecting a reversal. What I can do is trade with the trend until the trend actually changes, right? So for now, I'm gonna still stay bullish, right, until the market does different, right? Because even if the market should retest, the retest level is still here. So even if the market goes down, the dollar goes down for a bit, I'm still expecting areas like 105 to be a retest level, right? So still bullish. I'm just going to be patient, right? As I said, on GU, we could possibly see the market, touching here. But also what I'm looking at on GU too is that we're basically in a consolidation too, right? We're basically in a consolidation. So anything can happen, right? The market could push to the upside, break this area, give us a retest here and push to the upside. Something can happen, right? But for now, we're in a very strong bearish market. So what we're going to do, we're going to try to stick to sales as much as possible, right? On the lower time frame, as I said, we have a potential setup that could take place. But on the 12-hour, it's kind of consolidating. So these two price levels are very important in our decisions. Vice versa, NZDUSD, that's consolidating right around here, right? So it's going to come down to the market to tell us which setup is going to work. Is it the consolidation, the market pushing back to the upside, or is it going to be the lower time frame setups, right? But the 12-hour kind of really looks really good for now. But as I said, whatever the DXY does, that's what I'm going to go with, right? On US30 now, right, I think US30 is bouncing between these 2 points, these areas, right? The low, which is 29945 and 31535, right? I told myself I don't want to take a trade on US30 unless the market breaks those two areas there, right? Because when you look at this, we're in no man's land. That's what I call it, right? No man's land. We're just bouncing between these areas, right? So what I want to see is a break above this, and then I'm going to trust it to definitely go up, right? I was trying to get in on trades getting here on Friday, but I missed the entry, so I had to just let it go. But definitely, if the market tries to push back up, I'll look for potential buys, right? But as I said, for NZDUSD, we have a lower time frame set up right here for this market, but at the same time, on the 12-hour, it looks like we had consolidation with market breaking out, right? Because if you look, this looks like a fake out just the same. So even though I'm very biased, like have a bearish bias right now, I still have to pay attention to the setup because we could possibly have a reversal, right? So this week, I'm just being very careful on the trades that I choose. Maybe I only take one trade. Maybe I take no trades this week, but I'm being very careful with these markets, all right? So yeah, so I hope you guys love this video. Please like, share, and hit that subscribe button. All right, thank you.